Hey students, it's Miss Culver. Josie, thanks for asking this problem, Josie. She was working on equation of a parabola from a focus, which are we're going to use the letters A, B, and a directrix. And what Josie was asking though is on Khan Academy, their directrix was a y equals line, a horizontal one. And all of a sudden they gave her a problem where the directrix was x equals k. So let's look at what they were telling you on Khan Academy. They are asking you to write the equation of a parabola given this information. So here's what they had on Khan, just so you can understand it better. Here is a directrix. In this case, it's a horizontal line. And here's a focus. It's a point that's on the inside of a parabola. And what a parabola is, again, I wish we were at school because I kind of make you draw and do things with this. But a parabola is actually all the points, x, y, that are equidistant from a focus to that point and that point to the directrix. And if you came up with all of those points that are an equal distance from this point called the focus to this line called the directrix, it would make this curve, which is really cool. So take a look here. AB is our focus, always on the inside of the parabola. XY is a point on the parabola. And our directrix is y equals k. You probably remember this from Algebra 2b. So here's their formula. Here's what they do. I'll just explain it simply, but it's pretty easy to fill in if you know what you're doing. Let's look here first. I think you'd understand this better. They're saying these two blue lines are equal to each other. That's what makes a parabola a parabola. So what they did here between this point and the focus is they just did the distance formula. X minus a squared plus y minus b squared, and they took the square root. So what's going on right here is this is y, they have y minus k. So this line is y equals k, and that line, notice it's vertical. So its distance is just y minus k, right? That's how long it is, right? So they squared that and took the square root. It also has something to do with absolute value, but you don't need to worry. And if you plugged in the focus and the directrix line here, you would end up with an equation when you do all your math with y equals something, which you're used to. That's a parabola that goes up or down. So what Josie was asking about is she came to a problem that looks like this in red. Find the equation of a parabola with a focus at 0, 5 and a directrix at x equals -7. And she's like, what do I do with this? So what if your directrix is x equals k, not y equals k? Luckily, this solution is pretty easy. All you have to do is take their formula, right? The y was with the k. Oh, now we have x is with the k. So the only change we make is right here. This y is going to be an x. Everything else is the same. So let's take a look at it. Find the equation of a parabola. It's going to end up being x equals an equation because it goes right or left with the focus 0, 5 and a directrix x equals -7. So I made a picture of it. Not that you need to, but I wanted you to see it. Here's the vertical line, x equals -7. So you can see right here, our k is -7. I put a focus right here at 0, 5. So you can see right here that a is 0 and b is 5. And I even drew the distances for you here. So I'm just going to kind of come down here and go up here. So let's do that. Let's write their formula, except right here, we're going to put an x, and we're going to fill in our letters. So x minus, and our k is -7. So when I put a -7 here, that's going to be a +7. So again, that was x minus a -7, which is +7, equals, the right-hand side doesn't change. we're going to put x minus 0. Oh, that's easy. Let's just put x squared then, plus y minus, and RB is 5. There we go. Now, a parabola that goes right or left will end up being x equals instead of y equals. So I'm going to work to get the x alone. Okay, let's take a look. The first thing we're going to do is let's square both sides to get rid of the square roots. Okay, so we have x plus 7 squared, that's a plus, equals x squared plus y minus 5 squared. Okay, remember we're working to get the x alone. That means I have to get this x out of here. I'm actually going to square x plus 7, right? So you remember, this is not x squared plus 49. You remember you have to multiply out x plus 7 times x plus 7, right? So when I do that, I will get x squared plus 14x plus 49. Again, you remember, right, how that you have to do x plus 7 times x plus 7 equals x squared plus. Now, I just want to say here, you are welcome to multiply this out, y minus 5 squared. I just found Khan Academy doesn't do that, and that's okay, and it's less work. You can multiply this out if you want. I'm not going to, because Khan doesn't, and really I just want x alone, so I'm not really concerned about doing anything right here, right? So take a look here. If I subtract an x squared from both sides, they cancel. There we go. So what I have right now on the left is 14x plus 49 equals y minus 5 squared. Okay, let's work to get that x alone. Let's subtract a 49 from both sides. I'm getting a little lower here. 14x equals y minus 5 squared minus 49. And last, we're just going to divide both sides by 14. There we go. And we get x equals y minus 5 squared minus 49 all over 14. Again, you're welcome to split it into 2 pieces. You are welcome to multiply out y minus 5 squared correctly and have that answer. Khan Academy should accept both, but why do extra work if you don't have to? So let Josie and anyone else, let me know what you think. And is my head in the way of the answer? Talk to you later.
Hang on one second. Okay.
I'll-
Okay, good.